All right. Hi, Twitch. Hi, YouTube. Hi, wherever you are in the world. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Welcome to the Streamverse. This is our first CosPilates class in a while and our first in the Streamverse. So you might notice that, I'm not in my apartment as I normally would be when we do these awesome CosPilates sessions. I am in the Streamverse. So huge kudos to the team here from NYU Tandon that's helping me out today make this happen for you. This is really exciting, and I hope you really enjoy some of the fun surprises that we have for you today as we move through this flow. So, other than the cool backdrop, if you couldn't tell by my shirt, we're revisiting an old favorite. My girl Lightning, the queen on the screen, Lightning Farron from Final Fantasy XIII, my favorite character in the world, probably the biggest influence on my life. I've done a lot of CosPilates inspired by her, and today what I have for you is an express Lightning inspired Pilates class. We're gonna work through classical exercises in a pretty standard classical flow. I will have a lot of options for you to advance today. There will be some overhead that if you'd like to explore, you may do so. I will always provide modifications to challenge or simplify. So just make sure that you're meeting your body where you are today. And finding your edge and challenging yourself is one thing, right? Pain we don't want. So if at any point you're experiencing pain, abort mission and either take a simplified modification or meet us in the next exercise. So with that, why don't we get started with the warm-up? So we already have the 100, right, which is considered our classical warm-up, but we're gonna do a little bit of a lightning-inspired warm-up, thinking a little bit more reformer on the mat and a little more that first scene when we get introduced to Lightning on the train. She's got that defying gravity snap machine. So that's kind of what I was thinking about with this warm-up. We'll start here in our shoulder bridge. So bringing your feet inner hip width distance apart, finding the bony landmarks of your hips, following that line down. That's what we're looking for, not the width of your silhouette, a little more narrow than that. Arms are long by your side, and I want you to find your neutral spine position. Tailbone reaches long towards the mat. You feel the press down of that triangle of your sacrum into the mat. A little bit of lift in the lower back, bottom tips of the ribs heavy down to the floor. And then really feel the front body close and the back body get nice and wide. So we've got a lot of activity happening just here. Take a big inhale east to west into your rib cage. And then on your exhale, tuck your tail, peel up off the mat like a sticker until you find your long diagonal spine in your shoulder bridge. So we're looking for a diagonal spine, not a U shape. Line up your pubic bone with the bottom of your breastbone. Squeeze your glutes, draw the front of your ribs together, hold for 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower down bone by bone. Upper back, middle back, lower back, tail is the last to come down. This is your warm-up. Really be mindful of your spinal flexion. 2 more times like that. On your exhale, lift your spine up off of the mat and hold. Option to challenge here. Reach your arms up to the ceiling, or if you can, arms come all the way behind you, biceps frame your ears. We lose a stability point. Open the shoulders, widen the collarbones, lift your pelvis to the ceiling and slowly lower down with control, keeping your arms wherever you've decided to place them. Let's take that one more time. Inhale to prep. Exhale, tuck the tail, lift up to the ceiling. Long thigh bones here. Think that you're reaching your knees over your toes and feel your heels drag towards your booty in opposition. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower down, bone by bone. Finding your neutral position once more. Stack your hands one on top of the other. No interlacing today because it's harder. And bring it behind the nape of your neck. So just at the base of your skull. Pull the back of your neck long and keep your elbows wide. We move into our Pilates curl. Take an inhale to prep. Exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Now keep that tailbone reaching long. We still want that space between your lower back and the mat. And I really want you to find just the tips of your shoulder blades tapping the mat. No higher, no lower. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower down with control. Take an inhale. Keep the weight of your head back and curl up from the breastbone. Use your abs to curl up, not the back of your neck. Hold for 3, 2, 1, lower down with control. This time we add on. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. On your next exhale, you float your legs up to a hover, heels together, toes apart. Open your knees the width of your shoulders. Footwork on the reformer, on the mat. Take your legs, stretch them long. Inhale. Exhale, bring them back in nice and controlled. Inhale, stretch long, hold. Exhale, can you curl closer to your knees? Inhale, stretch out long. Exhale, bend, bring it in. Right away, we zip the legs together, staying up on the tips of those blades. Arches, point the toes, legs are together as if they're one leg. Stretch out long, hold the shape, and then bring it back in. Your legs are in a bowling alley lane. So make sure that you press out the same way you've come in. Same thing this time, but flex the feet for heels. Curl up higher, reach long, inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it in, nice and controlled. Last time, reach out, hold. This time, slow motion, slowly bring it in like I'm fighting you to come in. And lower down, hug your knees into your chest. If you're not warm after that, you'll definitely be warm after our 100, our classic warm up. So a little bit of a lightning inspired situation. We'll start with the legs up to the ceiling. It's more important to me that your tailbone stays down. So what tends to happen is we prioritize legs to 90 degrees and we tuck the tail. Now the lower back is imprinted into the mat. We don't want that long neutral spine here. So if the legs aren't perfectly to 90, that's fine. If you're like, Sarah, there's no way I'm getting my legs straight today, diamond shape the legs, heels together, toes apart, and take a bend to the knees, totally valid. Arms are long by your side. From here, we curl our head, neck, and shoulders up without the use of our hands. And now we pump the arms by our sides for inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now keep pumping. Keep breathing. Now for a little fun, if you want to advance this more, inhale, you lower the right leg. Exhale, you lift it up. Then you switch. And then maybe try both legs. Otherwise, find your long line and hold for 3. And exhale. Express class. So maybe we do a little less than 100 today. Last time. Exhale. Hold for a moment. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bend your knees in. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Place one hand on top of each knee and just give yourself a stir in the hip joint here, circling the knees away from each other. And then reverse your circle. Rock your head side to side. Take whatever feels good. And then we set up for our roll-ups. Recenter on the mat. Zip your legs together as if they were one leg and flex your feet. Same thing here. If we can't get the legs straight, a bend of the knees is totally fine. Setting up for roll-up. Square to the ceiling. Arms are long by your side to start. I want you to feel really long here to start. Someone's got their hands on your ankles and your hands on the crown of your head, and they're pulling you in opposite directions. Keeping the legs nice and long. Version 1, we start with the hands pressing against the thighs. Take an inhale here. Exhale, you come through your Pilates curl, roll all the way up with the assist of your hands. When you reach the top, dive forward, lift your ribs from your hips, shine that space in between your shoulder blades to the ceiling, and then slowly bring it back, bone by bone. Lower back, middle back, upper back head. Look familiar? It's like our shoulder bridge from warm-up. Level 2, arms come up to the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll up. Keep the arms where they are. Nice and control. You peel up. Take an inhale to lift the ribs. Exhale, dive forward. Now, as if lightning's got the tip of her blaze fire saber at your navel, you drive your waist back as you round yourself back to the mat. Lowering lower back, middle back, upper back. We'll do 2 more, and these are gonna be a little more advanced. So take either level 1, level 2, or join me for level 3. We roll all the way up as normal, dive forward, and now we get our surprise. Take it all the way, just to halfway. I tricked you there. Finding your halfway point, it should feel hard to hold. Lightning's got incredible biceps, so let's work them. Palms up to the ceiling, elbows align with the shoulders. Keep that there as you bend and tap your shoulders with your fingers. And tap. 3 more, 2 more. Last time, reach your arms long in front of you, come all the way back down. We'll take that 1 more time. Roll all the way up, dive forward. Take it halfway back. And now let's go for our bicep curls. This time just 3, 2, last time. Lower all the way down, nice and controlled. Recenter yourself on the mat for rollover. If you do not want to do rollover today, you can take a shoulder bridge series that we did for warm up, or take a couple more roll-ups. You can never have too many roll-ups in your day. So if you're joining me for overhead, important things to remember: when your legs are overhead, do not move your head side to side. Your gaze stays up to the ceiling. Number 2, use your arms more than you think. Press your triceps into the mat. Keep your collarbones wide. Here we go. We'll bring one leg up to the ceiling. Bring your other leg to meet it. Pressing down into your arms. Lift your toes to the ceiling. Bring your legs overhead. We're not going to tap the floor. Keep them parallel to the mat, and lift your tail up to the ceiling as you reach your toes towards the floor. Now press into those arms, find that deep spinal flexion as you round all the way down to the mat. Nice and controlled, no crashing. 2 more times. Lift to roll over. Think up before over. That's where you find the control. This time, maybe try and tap the mat. Now keep those thighs close to your chest as you round all the way back, nice and controlled. Last time here, take an inhale. Exhale, lift up. Reach your fingertips long towards the front of the mat. Press up into your shoulders. Maybe we tap the mat. Keep the thighs close to your chest. Upper back, middle back, lower back. From here, hug your right knee into your chest. Take your left leg long. This is our single leg circle prep. So hands come under the thigh, or you can hold on to the calf or the ankle. Let's just grab that leg and straighten it up for a little stretch. Don't shrug your shoulders. Nice wide collarbones here. If you feel like you're reaching towards your leg, walk your hands down. Doesn't matter where the stretch is. It's more about doing it correctly. You can always deepen the stretch with practice. Moving into our single leg circle. Gonna add a little bit of that anti-gravity twist element to this single leg circle. So we're gonna go a little bit archival today. Your leg is straight or as straight as possible. You find a little external rotation of that leg in the hip socket. So that doesn't mean we open the leg. Think of the top of the thigh as a doorknob, and you wrap it to open it up. From here, you'll take your leg across your body, lift the hip off. I know we're being rebellious today. Lift the hips so that they stack. Keep your shoulders down, find a twist. From here, bring it around and up to the ceiling. 2 more times in this direction. You reach the hip long, keeping the shoulders down, and bring it all the way back up. 1 more time like this, and then we reverse. Now we reverse. If you want to advance this, you take the leg out wider as you come out, around to lift the hip, and bring it up. 2 more times. Last time. Are you breathing? I'm kind of breathing. Switching legs. Grab behind the leg, take a stretch. Let's talk about that long leg that's on the mat for a moment, because, you know, this one's kind of, the one that's up in the air does the, is kind of the star of the show, right? But this supporting leg is maybe even more important. Really lengthen that leg out of the socket, flex your foot. Feel like this leg is gonna lengthen so long, it's gonna pop out of your torso. From here, release the leg, point the toe, find that external rotation. Keep the collarbones nice and wide. You take it across your body. Bring it around and up. Take it across, kick Snow in the face because we don't like him. Bring it around and bring him up. Last time, kick him in the face. Now reverse your circle. I was just rewatching cutscenes from 13 yesterday. And the best part of that game is when Lightning just beats the crap out of Snow. Gives him like 5 punches in the face. It's so wonderful. But anyway, bend your knee and take a stretch. And then bring your knees into your chest, rock up to seated or come up however you'd like. All right, this is a Lightning CosPilates. Lightning's main paradigm in the game is commando. So she is the queen of the commando, and we're gonna do the commando style Pilates workout that Joseph Pilates developed. So it's perfect. It's like he knew about Final Fantasy 13 years before it was going to happen. So the commando workout, we're gonna combine it with the series of 5, also known as the AB series. This is an archival exercise that you don't see often in class, but I really enjoy it, and it's a really playful way to just change things up. There is a lot of rolling on the spine. We'll be combining rolling like a ball with the AB series. If you do not want to roll on your spine, or maybe you don't have a squishy enough mat to do so, just take the AB series as we pause and do the exercises. It'll make more sense once we start moving. So to start, you're going to find yourself on your mat, try and find center. We're gonna find our rolling like a ball position. So hug your knees into your chest. You're gonna embrace the outsides of your legs, all 10 fingers to the fronts of your ankles. From here, you'll drag the heels in towards your seat to a hover. Now, I'm on my sits bones, so it's easy to balance. I'm kind of cheating. I can do all of this really seemingly interesting stuff, if you call that interesting. But I want you to find a little bit more of a challenge. Draw your pubic bone up to the ceiling and find your balance just behind your sits bones. It should feel like, whoa, I'm gonna fall back at any moment, but I'm using my abs, so I'm not. Now from here, we rock and roll just like Lightning. You're going to rock back to the tips of the shoulder blades, lift the hips, come all the way up, find a balance. This next one, you'll rock back, shift your hips to the right. Look at this, now we're going around the clock. This is our commando ab series. One more time. Come to 3 o'clock on the clock, woo, and hold. Now from here, I want you to lower down to the tips of your shoulder blades, a la our Pilates curl. Single leg stretch, here's our series of 5. Hands to the right leg, stretch the left leg long. We switch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your legs back into your rolling like a ball position. If you need to rest your head, go ahead. If not, we're rocking and rolling again. Lift the hips, rock up. We're going to noon or midnight. You got 7 days to save the world. Lightning Returns reference. Everyone here is like, what is she talking about? All right, we're back at midnight. Bring yourself down. We go to double leg stretch. Arms and legs open up. Higher the legs, the easier this is. If you really want a challenge, take them to a hover. Hug it in. Let's do 3 more for free. Pilates instructors don't know how to count. So my apologies if I say one thing and we do something completely different. It's kind of my thing. All right, here we go. We're coming back around. This time we're gonna go for some scissors. Keep that desire to kick Snow in the face nice and strong, because it's gonna come in handy for our scissors. Coming all the way down, legs come up to the ceiling. You'll grab behind your thigh, calf, or ankle. Same thing here. Leg goes lower for more of a challenge. Keep it up higher for still a challenge, but you know, pick and choose. Try both, see how they feel different. Pulse that leg towards your face. Nice controlled on the scissor switch. Pulse, pulse, and scissor switch. It's more important that the transition is nice and smooth. I don't care if you can get that leg to your face. It's more important that this is controlled. Control over range of motion. 2 more. Last time. Legs come in, let's rock and roll. Let's go a few more times around. We're gonna come to about 5 o'clock on the clock because I messed up my time. Can't do math, can't tell time. Classic Pilates instructor. Let's go for lower lift. Hands come behind your head. Legs come up to the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen to lower. Exhale, lengthen to lift. Same thing, go to 45 if that feels better. Once you start to feel your back tweak, whether that's tucking the tail or arching the back, you've gone too far. Try 1 more and lift up. Final commando. Roll like a ball, back to your start position. Super cool, look at that, we're back. Final round of crisscross, come all the way down, hands stacked behind your head. Twist right armpit to left knee and extend that opposite leg long. Now twist and reach up towards that knee and come around, twist and reach. And twist and reach. And twist and reach. And twist and reach. For 2. Last time. Hug your knees in, lower down. All right, commando series done. We beat Bartandalis. Rock yourself up to seated. We'll take our spine stretch forward. Lightning has incredible shoulders. She's incredible, period, but she has incredible shoulders and incredible biceps. So we're gonna do a little bit of posture work here to get that dignified guardian core look and to honor the best guardian core member of all time. So here's our spine stretch series. So sitting nice and tall on your sits bones, thinking about the ring of your hips, ribs and crown of the head lining up. If you feel like you're rounding away from your legs, take a bend of the knees so you can sit nice and tall on those sits bones. I'd rather you have the legs bent and be here than the legs straight and we're slouching. Defeats the purpose of the exercise. Long, tall spine, bring your arms in front of you. Flex your feet. Take an inhale, grow taller. On your exhale, heavy your head forward. Slide your arms forward as you dive your head in between your knees. Stack all the way up to tall, bone by bone. Head's the last thing to come up. Now take an inhale, lift your ribs from your hips. On your exhale, arms come up and around, tap the mat behind you or go as far as you can go. Bring them up and around without sinking and we go into our spine stretch forward once more. Lifting those bottom tips of the ribs up to the ceiling, drawing the shoulder blades down the back, stack up bone by bone, and then lift the arms up and over. It's easy to sink as the arms come overhead. Find your side body to keep you nice and lifted. One more time. Coming all the way up to tall, lifting up and bring it forward. All right, let's bring back that anti-gravity snapping situation. Open leg rocker. If you do not want to roll on your spine, you can take some stretches here, take some single leg circles or more roll-ups, whatever works for you. If you're joining me for open leg rocker, you're going to tuck your tail, come back a little bit. I want you to try and float your legs up and grab underneath. Press your chest open, just 3 times in the open leg rocker. Rock and lift, and come all the way up. Press your chest through your legs. Rock back, lift, and come all the way up. Last time here. All the way up. Either lower the legs down or zip your legs together, find a teaser. Come all the way down to your back for corkscrew. So everyone can meet us here on our back for corkscrew. Legs are straight to the ceiling, or you can keep your knees bent. From here, legs are going to tick-tock to the right side of the room. Your left hip lifts, but your shoulders stay down. This feels like single leg circles from before. Both legs circle around to the left, lift that right hip, and bring it back through center. And then we take it to the left. It's a little circle dance. And lift it up. If you want to advance this, you add your overhead. Legs come overhead. You roll down that right side of your body. Bring the legs around and come up with control. And then take it again to the other side. You have one more round of corkscrew, your choice of where you want to be. Let's finish with the legs up to the ceiling. Lower them all the way down to the mat. Roll all the way back up to seated. Let's go into saw and side bends. Lightning's got great posture. She's got a great waist. She's just perfect. I love her so much. But we're gonna do a combo move because I feel like if Lightning went to the gym, this is something she would do. So this was kind of me being interpretive. We're gonna stack our hands one on top of the other. Bring it behind the nape of your neck. We're gonna start with our twist. So you're gonna start twisting to the right. Your hips will stay square to the front corner of your mat, and you wring out your rib cage like an owl's head. So that's the only part of your body rotating. And come back through center. Your rib cage is like the Bartandelus owl head disguise. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, we should be friends. One more on each side. And center. Grow taller as you twist, create space to move into. And come back through center. Now from here, side bend, we lift up and over to the right. Now I'm not shifting in my hips, I'm sitting evenly on both of my sits bones. I'm thinking more about lifting those bottom ribs up to the ceiling to create more of an arc, like a candy cane shape. And then come all the way up to tall, come over to the left. Lifting those bottom ribs up so my spine stays along that same line that I would be if I was standing upright. One more time each side. This feels so good. Don't forget to keep your chin parallel to the floor. And lift up. Lower down, shake it out. Your hip flexors might feel a little crazy. Do whatever you need to do. And we'll lie down in our prone position for extension. So like I said, Lightning's got great posture. She's got great shoulders. You need a killer upper back to be able to travel all those distances across Grand Pulse with your Blaze Fire Saver hanging out on your back. So we're gonna do some extension work, taking a bit more from the reformer on the mat, starting with our pulling straps. So this is taken directly from our classic apparatus. Make fists with your hands because we wanna punch snow. We're gonna imagine his face is right under our shoulders and we're gonna punch the floor. Hug your elbows towards your side body. From here, I want you to draw your pelvis down towards the mat. Lift your abs up off of the floor. From here, you can keep the legs narrow or keep them wide if you feel it's a little more safe on your lower back. So play with the distance of your legs here. On your next exhale, lift your head and heart up to a hover and float your knuckles down by your side. From here, drag the arms back behind you straight and lift up higher, and then bend at the elbows to bring your arms back to start. Little tricep kickbacks that are just as intense without weights. Let's do 2 more. Last time, straighten behind you. Can you lift up a little higher? And then bend your elbows, hold. Going right into T-press. We stay in the hover. Arms come out to a T. T-pose. Find your T-pose. You're gonna press the pinkies towards your hips and bring them back to your start position. Reach your fingertips long, lengthen your arms to reach for your legs, and keep that reach as you come forward. One more time here, and reach it forward. From here, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. If you'd like, press yourself back into a quick child's pose to give your spine a break. Little opposition here. We did a lot of extension, so this is flexion here, just to make sure that we're moving through things safely. And then let's come back to our prone position. That commando paradigm is coming back for our single leg kicks. You're gonna make fist with one hand, cup it with the other. Elbows are gonna come underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes underneath you, lift up into a forearm plank. Either legs come to a hover, or you can keep the knees bent. From here, either hold your plank or add on. You bring your right leg up to a hover. Kick your booty twice, and lower it down. Switch, left leg lifts. Kick, and lower down. And lift, kick. Press the mat away with those forearms. Don't let the shoulder blades sink towards each other. Last time. Lower down, take a moment to rest. Commando planks. You may be familiar with this from the gym. We're gonna be moving from a forearm plank up to a full plank. So if that's something that you're like, Sarah, not today, it's way too late, just hold your plank or do your single leg kick variation that we just did. If you wanna join me for commando planks, let's do it. Tuck your tail, tuck your toes, lift up into your plank. Keeping your hips square to the floor, press up, right hand, left hand into your plank, and then with control, lower down, back to your forearm plank. Trying not to shift your hips. Easier said than done. 2 more times. Think of long crown of the head, lots of length here. Last time. Lower your knees, press yourself back, find your child's pose. 2 options for your child's pose. Knees can be wide for more of an inner leg stretch, or if you want a little more release in the lower back, you can zip the legs together like so. Take a moment here to breathe. It's definitely something Lightning doesn't do enough. That's maybe her one flaw. She's not very chill. But I can relate, I'm a New Yorker. Sidekick series. So this is a very classic sidekick series, but the lightning twist that we're gonna have is the intensity of it. I want you to think big and airy. Think of really getting some movement going. And what I mean by movement, I don't mean your whole body moving. We still want good technique, but I want you to think as big and as dramatic as you can go. So lining up with the back edge of your mat, tail to elbow. You can either lie down on your bicep like a pillow, or you can bend at the elbow and support your hand like so. Top hand is gonna come in front of your chest. If you want more of a challenge, this hand goes away behind your head. Options, you got options. Your legs will come to your front corner of your mat so that you look like a little check mark. We've got everything ready to go, check. Now here we go, float that right leg up to a hover. Kick it front, point, reach it back behind you. Kick front, point, reach behind you. Think really big, this is your last one here. Kick your face. Bring your leg to a hover. Lift it up with the flex, lower it down with the point. Reach the leg long to lift and reach it long to lower. One more time like that. And lower. Flex the foot, lift it up to hip height. Draw little ping pong ball size circles with your heel for 3, 2, 1, reverse your circle. Don't let those hips move. From here, bend that knee in, lower it down in front of you, or if you want to give this flexibility challenge a go, foot comes down, you hold on to your ankle. Inner thighs, we lift that leg up and lower down, and lift and lower. Just one more like that. Lift it up and hold. Circles, draw actual circles. You'd be surprised the types of shapes I get doing this. And now reverse. I think mine are ovals, but you can tell me. Oh, those are pretty good. I surprised myself today. Lower down. Grand finale, we go for our bicycle. Keep those hips stacked. Top one on top of bottom. So what we don't want to do is the mambo. We don't want to shift forward and back. Keep those hips nice and stacked. Lift that bottom waist away from the mat. You lift that top leg up to a hover. Swing it front, kick your face. Bend your knee towards your forehead. Drag your heel towards your booty and extend the leg long behind you. Swing forward. Bend, and extend. Last time. And now reverse 3 times. 2 more. Fire on that glute as you kick the leg behind you. Last time. When you're done, bring the legs to meet and quickly switch sides. No funky transition today. Lying down, we take it to the other side. We're gonna move a little quicker here since we now know the choreography. Doesn't matter how fast we move though, keep those hips stacked. You lift that leg up, kick front, point, reach it back behind you. If you haven't tried challenging yourself, you can give it a go. If you fall out, big whoop. Have some fun. Bring your leg to center, lift it up, and lower it down. You have to have a playful attitude with this stuff, or else why are we doing it? It should be fun. Flex, lift it up, draw circles for 5, 4, 2, and 1. Reverse your circle. Don't let those hips move. Bend the knee in. Right away, we go into inner thigh lifts. Kiss the ceiling with your inner thigh. 1 more. And now we go for our circles for 5, 4, drawing actual circles. Reverse. Accent on the up, up, up. Final one here, bicycle. Kick the leg. Knee to face, heel to booty, extend it long behind you. Swing it forward. Knee to chest, heel to booty. Last time in this direction, and now reverse. Nice weather we're having. I'm distracting you last time. Lowered the leg down. We're almost there, crew. So from here, it's teaser time. So if you don't know what a teaser is, it's that V-shaped thing that you see all in the Pilates ads. Like, look, I love Pilates. We're gonna do a version of that. It's called boomerang. It's an advanced exercise. It's in the classical advanced mat sequence. It's probably the most lightning exercise in this whole thing, which is why it's part of our grand finale. I'm gonna demo in slow motion, and then we'll do 3 nice and flowy. If you're like, not today, Sarah, I'll do something else, do something else. This is rolling, overhead, teasers. It's the whole thing. It's the culmination of all that we've been working on, but it is advanced. So meet yourself where you are today. Legs are gonna start long in front of you. Fingertips come in front of you, arms are straight. Cross your right leg over your left leg. You're gonna tuck your tail, lift your legs up to that V shape, and then rock back. Legs come overhead. Switch the cross of your legs. Roll all the way up into a teaser. This is where it gets wild. Bend your elbows. Interlace your hands. Stretch your arms behind you, and then lower your legs. Take a stretch. Reach your arms long in front of you towards your toes, and stack all the way up to tall. Look at that, we're on the other side. 3 more with a little flow. If you're like, that was nuts, I'm gonna do something else. I totally get it. Let's do 3 more boomerang. Suck the thigh bones up into your core. Rock back. With control, switch the legs. Roll through each vertebra. Reach for your toes. Bend your elbows, stay in your balance. Don't let those legs fall until your arms straighten behind you. This is all about control. There's a lot happening here. It's all about control. Knowing where your body is in space and being able to isolate each part so that you can move with intention. Last time. Rock back, switch the legs. Come up, hold, and release. Take a stretch over your legs, and we'll end standing. Front support, commandos coming back. So this is our front support series. For whatever reason, in Pilates, we call planks front support. Whatever. It's all the same, doesn't matter. There's not one that's better than the other. We're gonna add in some push-ups because it's lightning and she's a badass. So get ready to rumble. Heels together, toes apart in your Pilates stance. Heels together, toes apart. Feeling long and tall up against your imaginary wall. Take an inhale, bring your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. From here, walk your hands out, keeping your heels glued together into your plank. You can hold whatever plank you want today, or go for a little commando again. Lowering down to your forearms and lifting up. One more time. Hold. Pike your hips up to the ceiling, down dog. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Slowly roll up to tall, head is the last thing to come up. 2 more times. Same sequence, option to add in push-ups. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands into your plank. 3 to 5 push-ups. You can take them wide, you can take tricep push-ups, or no push-ups. We're just gonna do 3. Pike your hips up to the ceiling. Walk your hands back. 1 more round. 1 more round of push-ups. If you did 5 this time, the last time, I would say try to do 5 again. I'm gonna do 5 this time. All right, here we go, crew. It's so easy. I love push-ups. They're my favorite thing. I love them. You just gotta tell yourself that. Pike your hips up. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Just hang out here for a moment. Keep the head heavy. Rock your head side to side. Bend your knees, get a little gooey. And then from here, take a deep bend of the knees. Inhale. Exhale, roll all the way up to tall, bone by bone. Head is the last thing to come up. Take what you've done on the mat to standing. Be an awesome Guardian Core Soldier. We're done. Thank you for joining me for this super cool Streamverse experience. Thank you to everyone here that worked so hard to make this happen. This was super cool. I hope you enjoyed it. I will have this up on YouTube after I get it off of Twitch. And I'm gonna credit everyone here that worked on this today. So you should totally check them out. They're all super cool. All right, thank you so much. Stay awesome. Go play Final Fantasy 13.